Hello, Professor Phillips and fellow students. Have you ever been called crazy or maybe even a fruitcake? Well, in Jimmy Buffett's song called Fruitcakes, he sings about a lot of different people and things that he's seen in California that he considers a bit crazy. The lyrics that led me to my topic are fruitcakes in the street strut naked through the crosswalk in the middle of the week. Now, according to procon.org, California is the second state with the highest percent of prostitution by percent of population. This led me to believe that Buffett could possibly have been talking about prostitution in his song Fruitcakes. So my question to you is, should prostitution be legalized? Now, most people jump to say no and consider this quite an absurd question. Well, after much research, I have found that it is very beneficial to decriminalize prostitution. With decriminalization of prostitution comes safety. This means less violence, more regulation, safer environments to work in, and as a result, overall better outcomes for these women involved in the sex work. So what exactly is prostitution? According to Women in Crime, The Essentials, prostitution involves the act of selling or trading sex for money. Some examples include escort services, Craigslist, or the work in brothels, bars, truck stops, and street corners. To start out with a counter-argument, those who believe prostitution should stay illegal mainly believe that there is no protection for prostitutes and that those who decriminalize sex work are only making it worse. In an article titled Prostitution and Human Trafficking for Sexual Exploitations, states that states which promote prostitution protect the customer and not the victim. But this is not necessarily the case. There are numerous precautions taken to make sure that the states who decriminalize prostitution or any form of sex work provide for the prostitutes in a way that empowers them and does not condone victimization. For example, Nevada is the only state in the U.S. to have decriminalized prostitution, and they have taken many steps to ensure the safety among those involved in this industry. According to Brent's, the legalization of prostitution in Nevada occurs in the form of the legalized brothels. And these are being closely regulated by the government to make sure that the protection is the number one concern. Brothels is just a fancy word for where prostitution is allowed. There are currently 8 brothels located in different counties in Nevada. Brent explains that within these brothels there are security measures such as panic buttons and audio recordings. These panic buttons allow sex workers to, if they feel at all uncomfortable, to call for help. If a client gets out of hand or crosses the line, these help the cases where prostitutes would usually not report victimization for fear of getting arrested due to engaging in these illegal activities. Another protection policy put into place are those in these brothels. According to Brent's, they cover pandering, pimping, zoning, advertising, and sexually transmitted diseases. Preventing pandering means that it prohibits anyone from being forced into the sex industry if they do not wish to be there. Spreading of HIV/AIDS is another concern that people have with legalizing prostitution. However, according to Malco, since 1986, Nevada has required that prostitutes who work in the brothels must submit to weekly exams and assess if they carry any diseases. Despite all these clear benefits, America has not legalized prostitution because of the way society views women. Due to the traditional nature of women, them being seen as caring, nurturing, and dainty, typically women in the United States are, quote from Fairley and Kelly, are significantly more likely to face sanctions for selling sex compared to men who seek purchasing it. And quoting Malcote, women who participate in prostitution are therefore seen as violating the social norm of women and are then marginalized by society for doing so. Now this proves just right off the bat that women are being more focused on than men, yet both are participating in illegal activity. According to Diane in the New Internationalist, women should be able to do what they want with their body in order to make a living. To support this opinion, both authors Sobel and Power state, all of us, with the exception of the independently wealthy and the unemployed, take money for the use of our body. Professors, factory workers, lawyers, opera singers, prostitutes, doctors, etc. We all do things with parts of our bodies for which we receive a wage in return. Overall, the main counter-argument for decriminalization of prostitution would be that it is unsafe for sex workers. I believe, however, that with the brothels and all security measures put into place, it actually decreases victimization and the spread of diseases. Society has a major role in the vision and attitude towards prostitution. We aren't being tolerant enough, or maybe we as a whole aren't well enough educated to see that the benefits of legalizing prostitution. Society needs to be more tolerant and see that they aren't being part of the solution, they are being part of the problem. It doesn't fit the societal norm only because we say it doesn't. We are the ones who made it this way, so why can't we be the ones to change it? Thank you.